if we have a flow chart that shows all these allocations and what this looks like from top to bottom, front to finish, I'm going to point this out to you and then I'm going to come back. So we've got things that we do weekly, things that we do quarterly, things that we do yearly. And then here in a minute, we're going to talk about how we pay our bills monthly. And we got the 10th and 25th. So the way this comes through, we have our invoice and we have our income account. This is where all the money comes in. And that's one thing that I didn't list. I need to correct that slide. You're going to have a bank account for income. This is where all your money comes in, and we're not going to have any money that anybody takes out of there on an automatic payment, an ACH, a draft, or anything. It's just an income. It's just an income bucket. Okay. So at the end of that week, we're going to take out the sales tax, and then we're going to make our allocations. So our allocations are payroll 30%, parts 23%, operating expense 40%, profit 2%, debt 2%, tax 3%. Okay. Here's where people lose me, or where I lose people just a little bit. When we get to the quarterly mark, we're going to take the money that's in our tax and we're going to disperse that into a tax hold. Okay. And again, we're switching from this bank out. That way we don't see it, because I don't want you to be tempted by it, right? It's like having a 12-inch plate and having steak and potatoes and everything. And you got everything over there. I don't want you to be tempted by that. I want you to have a small plate and not eat so much. So at the end of the quarter, we're going to move that over to our other bank, our holding bank. And at the end of the quarter, you're going to take half of what you have in your profits and do that as a draw or disbursement or whatever your accountant wants to call it, and write yourself a check. But then we're going to keep the other half of that profit, and then we're going to keep that tax money in those accounts until the end of the year. So at the end of the year, we've got our final tax bill. We go to the accountant says, hey, everything's great. You owe $10,000. You cut a check for $10,000. If you've got $30,000 left in there, you get to do a draw or draft or whatever to you. And the rest of the money that's in the profit account at that point, you're going to do the same thing with that. Pay it to yourself.